Good morning, 6:01 here on this Wednesday morning, and there is a new development in the search for a missing passenger jet. A satellite has captured images of 122 objects in the southern Indian Ocean that might be from flight MH370. The items were seen close to where 3 other satellites previously detected the objects. Officials say these new sightings were taken from a satellite on Sunday, and they're the most credible lead investigators have so far. The objects range in length from 1 meter to 23 meters in size. Right now, a dozen planes and 5 ships are searching an estimated 1.6 million square kilometers of the Indian Ocean. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 went missing on March 8th with 239 people on board. The death toll continues to climb following a devastating mudslide in Washington state. The official number of fatalities now stands at 16. However, rescuers have located another 8 bodies among debris that's up to 20 feet deep in some spots. Those people will be added to the official death toll once their bodies are recovered. A candlelight vigil was held last night nearby in Arlington to honor the victims. Many people remain listed as missing, but officials say many have also been calling in from a nearby town now that power has been restored in the area.
When I pictured this slide, I pictured, vehicles parked there, and if somebody was in their vehicle when the mudslide came on, that we would just dig through the mud and pull them out of their car and they'd be okay. But what we're finding is these vehicles are like twisted and tore up into like pieces.
There are more questions this morning about the spending practices of politicians, with the Speaker of the BC Legislature again under scrutiny. Reid has apologized and repaid $5,500 used to fly her husband to South Africa. The couple went there last year for a conference Reid attended. Spouses often travel with MLAs, but Reid's husband flew business class, something the government has cracked down on. Earlier this month, we learned Reid spent $48,000 on a computer for the Speaker's desk and $700 on a muffin rack at the BC Legislature. Reid's spending issues come days after Alberta Premier Alison Redford resigned. Redford faced harsh criticism for spending $45,000 on a trip to South Africa for Nelson Mandela's funeral. A day later, Vancouver NDP MLA Jenny Kwan apologized for going on 2 trips paid for by the government-funded Portland Hotel Society. Her ex-husband used $35,000 from the PHS on 2 family vacations. Kwan says she has paid that money back. The owner of a Chinatown tattoo parlor in Vancouver is speaking out about a terrifying attack from earlier this week, and a warning these images might not be suitable for all viewers.
This is hurting, and this is hurting, and I've got a bruise here, because he kicked me here.
Jojo Geronimo was dealing with a customer on Monday when they began arguing over a canceled appointment and a $15 deposit. The man snapped, attacking Geronimo, knocking her down and kicking her in the head. Another woman was caught up in this attack as well before security guards held the man for police.
I know that I'm his last resort because he's been going around a lot of tattoo places and he's not happy. He's telling me, I still like the tattoo you made for me, so I want you to tattoo me. So maybe that's why he snapped, because it's like to him, I'm his last resort to get tattooed.
The 31-year-old customer has been charged with assault and assault causing bodily harm. He is known to police. Jojo is covered with bruises and scrapes and is having trouble eating with an injured jaw. Surrey RCMP do not suspect foul play after the discovery of a body at Green Timbers Urban Forest. The remains were found Monday night off Fraser Highway. RCMP think the body had been there for quite some time. They don't have an ID or even gender at this point. Resentment is rising among striking container truck drivers after the province introduced back-to-work legislation on Monday. The drivers want negotiations to resume immediately, and they're calling for the federal government to get involved. The Truckers' Union will be in Victoria today to make an announcement about the ongoing dispute. It says its members are unhappy at the hands-off approach the Harper government is taking in this dispute. The union is calling on the federal transport minister to get involved, but Lisa Reid says negotiations can only continue with the drivers once they are back on the job. The Truckers' Union wants mediator Vince Reid to bring all sides together before they go back to work. For many people in Toronto and some scandal hounds, today's televised mayoral debate featuring incumbent Mayor Rob Ford is going to be must-see TV. The 5 candidates, including Rob Ford and former MP Olivia Chow, will be squaring off on a number of municipal issues. However, all eyes are expected to be on Rob Ford when he addresses his crack cocaine use and an ongoing police investigation looking into his connection to alleged drug dealers. The debate will be live streamed on citynews.ca beginning at 2 o'clock Pacific time this afternoon. Viewers are invited to weigh in on the candidates' performances during this debate by texting and tweeting.
Your one vote, can you lead them when you have such a bad relationship with so many of them?
I think we went through this 4 years ago when I was in opposition for 10 years, and I was watching every dime and continue to watch every dime that goes out the door, and people said you aren't going to be able to work with council. It's funny that I got the union deal through, I got garbage contracted out through, I got rid of the $6 car tax through.